All right, welcome back. It is 6:36. If you have the sniffles and you don't have a cold, you may have noticed that the allergens are all around us once again. And here to tell us how to cope with seasonal allergies is Kathe Cooper, Promedica RN. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for waking up early. We always appreciate that.
It was early.
Yesterday I was mowing the lawn. Yes, much to my neighbor's delight, I was finally mowing my lawn. And I was noticing that I was getting a little bit of a reaction there. Seasonal allergies were starting to make themselves present. How can I go about kind of making them not hurt me so bad this year?
There are a number of things. Right now, probably trees. Trees are the prevalent pollen right now. Of course, everyone knows we're ahead of the game. We're probably at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead of our normal season. So there's a lot of pollen coming out. I'm thinking the maple trees had a lot of pollen this year because if you look at this, just take a look at a maple tree this year and there's tons of seed pods on them. So more than likely there was a lot of maple there. So trees are probably what's hitting most people right now. Grass generally starts about in June, might start a little bit earlier this year. Some things you can do if you like going out, if you're outside for any length of time, be it walking your dog, playing with the kids, whatever, cutting your lawn. Pollen's really sticky, it'll stick to you. So when you come in the house, take a shower, wash your hair, change your clothes, that'll help get all that pollen off of you. Gotcha. That's one good thing. Another thing,
not to mention, if you've been cutting the grass, you probably need a shower anyway.
Yes, yes, and all that, there's so much stuff that flies through the air too that's such an irritant to your passageways anyway, so that just even adds to the problem.
Gotcha.
So that's one good thing you can do. Nasal rinses are real good. Some people are like squeamish about them, but the neti pot or they have like gentle squeeze irrigation systems that work really well and help get that extra pollen out of your nasal passageways before they can start any problem.
Okay.
Another thing too is if you know you have spring allergies and you don't like taking medications, maybe you don't like taking, you know, the over-the-counter medications they have now, at least start taking it a week or two before the season starts and maybe continue through that season and then you can stop. Some people unfortunately need to take it pretty much from the day the tree pollen flies until the fall.
Gotcha.
So
and we're talking about, I mean, not to name drop here necessarily, but just so people understand, we're talking about the Claritin type products, right?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No. It's okay with me if it's okay with you. I just want to make sure that I understand. I mean, personally, I buy the generic on most of these over-the-counter things anyway. But now folks will know what we're talking about comparing it to. So.
Okay, and what's nice is too, you have Claritin, Zyrtec, Allegra's out now. One thing too I tell people is, okay, let's say you try Zyrtec and it doesn't do a darn thing, then switch it up, try Claritin, because there are people that take the one, it doesn't do anything, and they take the other one and it works just dandy. So you can do that.
They have similar active ingredients, or are they different active ingredients?
No, I think maybe there's a little bit difference to them. Okay. They're probably somewhat the same, but there's something about that. And with my allergy patients, I've found that to be very true. Another thing too is if you've been taking Claritin for 3-4 years and it's just not working like it used to, switch it up. Try a new one, try a different one.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's those can be really helpful in that way. Another thing too is sometimes people take like Zyrtec and say, oh, it winds me up. Okay, well then take it in the morning, you know, or this one puts me to sleep. Okay, then take it in the evening. But because a lot of them will have 24-hour coverage, so then if you do that, another thing too is usually after about 2 weeks, a lot of those side effects will kind of ease up and you won't have that drowsiness with it or whatever.
Your body adjusts.
Yeah, it'll adjust to it.
Perfect. Good advice.
So those are just some things.
I appreciate it. I wish I could pick your brain even longer, but Kathe Cooper with Promedica, we have to call it a day.
Okay, well thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming in and sharing your wealth of knowledge, and of course Promedica, you're there, and I'm sure you can be a personal expert to whoever needs it. So we'll link folks up to your contact information there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Kathe.